Okay, here's a really good email from Ashley. Ashley has a puppy that's 12 weeks old. She's had it for 2 weeks, and she's expecting way too much out of this puppy. I'll read you her email, and then we're going to talk about it. Dear Ed and Cindy, I'm having difficulty getting my 12-week-old puppy to engage with me. We got him 2 weeks ago when he was 10 weeks old. I've watched 3 of your DVDs, Your Puppy 8 Weeks to 8 Months, Raising a Working Puppy, and The Power of Training Dogs with Markers. We're using marker training to reward eye contact, but my puppy almost never looks up unless it's dinner time and he's working the eye contact to get his food. Once dinner's over, he won't look up again until treats are in the offering. I'm using high-value food rewards, hot dogs, shredded beef, or shredded chicken. Every day I charge the mark until he snaps his head around at the sound of yes. I keep my training sessions to 5 to 10 minutes several times a day. My rate of reward is high, stuffing his little face full of hot dogs and kibble when he's making eye contact. Even so, after training is over, he rarely makes eye contact with me. When we go on walks, I follow the chapter that you have on a walk is not just a walk, and he will almost never look up at me. Not if I have bait, not if I make noises and fool around and get down on the ground and act playful. He is a doggy, so I have him separated from my other dogs. So, well, when she says he's doggy, that means he really likes being around other dogs, for those that don't understand. I keep him separated from my other dogs so he can't get any fun from them. But how do I get him to look at me? He's very independent. He's very confident. He just doesn't seem to want to engage, no matter what I do. Well, I think that you're asking way too much for a puppy that you've only had for 2 weeks. I think that 5 to 10 minute long sessions should be cut back to 1 to 2 minute long sessions. I think the puppy may be overwhelmed. It may feel pressure from being made to work for 5 to 10 minutes long. I just think it's just not a good idea. Back your training off, work it for a minute or two. In here, there's one part in here where you say you use hot dogs and shredded beef and shredded chicken. But then you go on to say you use kibble. I've never seen a kibble that can ever be used really for a high-value food reward. So number one, I would get rid of that. Number two, I wouldn't use shredded beef and shredded chicken. The problem with using these shredded meats is they don't stick together and you drop them. And then that teaches the dog, oh, look at this. Look what I found on the floor. And they're sniffing around on the floor all the time. So stick with something that's a little more firm, that's a little easier to handle, and that's not going to crumble and fall on the floor. That's an important thing. And make sure that when you do this, that you're correct in what you're marking. Because in here, you say that you mark him and then he looks at you. That's not what marker training is. When you don't mark until you actually get eye contact. So when he looks at you, you say yes, and you don't move your body at all. You say yes when he looks, and then you move. It's important in marker training to be very, very accurate in how you handle your mark and how you handle your deliveries of your food rewards. I would recommend that you consider the DVD that we did with Michael Ellis titled The Power of Training Dogs with Food, and then the one on advanced concepts in motivation. But keep in mind, you're working with a baby here, and you're working with a baby that 2 weeks, he's probably not even settled into your home yet. So give him a break, back off a little bit, let him be a puppy, let him settle in, and then get your timing down and get the right food rewards. I used to say that I like hot dogs. We've kind of moved beyond that. You might want to check our website. We have some really, really good ideas on what high-value food rewards are.